Hey guys, and welcome to No Coffee Needed. We appreciate you joining in today. And if you haven't already hit the subscribe button, we would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to our channel. Hit that like button, go ahead and hit that little bell so that you'll be notified every time we post a new video. But today we've got something great going on. Today we're going to smoke 2 Boston butts, but we're also going to compare 2 different commercial rubs. Now, I really love Byron's butt rub. That is probably my favorite all-time go-to butt rub, but somebody sent me Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub. One that said that I really needed to try it, that it was fantastic. So we're going to be trying those out today, kind of comparing those. We've got a 9 1/4 pound butt and an 8 1/2 pound butt here. That was about the closest we could find. This is just a commercial regular grocery store Boston butts we picked up at the grocery store. I think we bought these at Food Line while they were on sale a couple weeks ago. But there's some big differences between Bad Byron's butt rub and Killer Hogs. My dad has always been a big barbecuer. He's done really well on local events. But Bad Byron's does not have any sugar in it. And I think that's kind of one of the biggest differences between these two, is he has no sugar in this one. And the main ingredient in Killer Hogs is brown sugar and regular sugar. And then from there, they're very similar in product. All right, guys, so you can see that these have a little bit of fat on them. And what we're going to do is just kind of trim some of this fat off. Just kind of clean it up a little bit. We don't necessarily need all that fat on here. So we're just going to kind of trim and clean these up just a little bit. You get that fat off of there. All right, guys, so I got these cleaned up. And on the fat cap, I did go ahead and take a lot of that fat off. A lot of times I'll leave it, I'll score it, help it break down a little bit. I got these cleaned up the best I could. Like I said, they do have a lot of fat content on them, but that's perfectly fine. That's no big deal to me. What we want to do first, I'm going to set this small one over here to the side. What we want to do first is just we're going to lightly coat it with mustard. And this is just a bonding agent. It's not going to change the flavor of this pork in any way. It just gives this rub something to bind to. And so we're just going to rub it down really, really good. Cheap mustard is fine. I think I got French's right here, but you know, Great Value brand, whatever brand mustard you use is perfectly fine. But you just want to coat all sides of this with mustard, just real lightly. And then the first one, what we're going to do is we're going to take, we'll take Killer Hogs. Now, I tasted both of these, and they do have distinct flavors. They're really, really good. I like both of them, but they are totally different, and I'm anxious to see how well these do. But you just want to take it and just liberally sprinkle this rub over it. I'm just going to use my bare hands right quick. I normally don't like to use my bare hands. We're just going to kind of get it down in all those little crevices. Even on the fat cap, you don't have to do the fat cap a lot because it's not going to. Anyway, there we go. Just like so. We'll go back over it, make sure we're getting this rub down in a lot of places. Now, my personal feeling right now, I've always gotten a good bark using Byron's, but for some reason, I think I might get a better bark on it using this Killer Hogs, only because of the amount of sugar it has in it. But we'll just have to wait and see. I love the flavor of both these rubs. I mean, I don't think you would go wrong using either one. All right, guys, so we got this one ready to go. So we're going to put Byron's butt rub on this one. And like again, just the same way we did with Killer Hogs, we're just going to coat this liberally. And you can already see there's a big difference in the color in the 2 rubs. Now, I know a lot of people like to inject their pork butts. But what we're going for today is we're really wanting to just get the flavors of the rub and the pork. We don't want anything to take away from the rub and how well it's going to taste. Because, you know, we can always doctor things up. But our real goal here today is to kind of test which one of these rubs is going to has the best flavor. Like I said, I've never tried Killer Hogs, and Byron's is my favorite commercial rub. So that's, but somebody, like I said earlier, somebody sent me that Killer Hogs and told me I really needed to try it, that it was the best that they had ever tried. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna compare the two. Hey guys, so we're out here at the pit boss getting it cranked up. What we're gonna do is we're gonna just hit the power button. We're gonna turn this on smoke. But anyway, you can hear it cranked up and it's running. So we're just gonna let this get the temperature and then we'll get our Boston butts on and get them started. All right, everybody, Bo, tell everybody, hey, say good morning. Oh, he got his ball, ready to play a little ball. All right, see you in a minute. All right, guys, so this is what they look like before they're getting ready to go on the pit boss. So this is the Bad Byron's butt rub. That's what it looks like. It's been sitting on there about an hour. And then there's the Killer Hogs, the barbecue rub right there. You can tell it's got a lot richer, darker mahogany color to it. But there again, there's both of them have great taste so far, but we're getting ready to set these things on the pit boss. We'll leave it on that P4 setting. That's going to work out great. So we'll set that on there. So we're going to set the Bad Byron's on the left. We're going to set the Killer Hogs on the right over here. We're going to just shut this lid and let the pit boss do its thing. I'll come back in a few minutes and hook that probe up and get it hooked in to the biggest one. Now the biggest one, the Killer Hogs, is on the biggest 9¼ pound Boston butt. But anyway, this pit boss is going to run on smoke for a couple hours. We'll get it up and then we'll crank the temperature up just a little bit. All right, guys, we've been letting this run on smoke for about 2 hours. It's running about 130, 135. You can see it's just got tons of smoke pouring out of it. See, really, I didn't even need that smoke tube. This pit boss is doing a great job of putting off that smoke. So what we're going to do is we're going to crank this on up to 250 right now and let it just do its thing for about 3.5, 4 hours. We'll come back and check it in about 4 hours. So anyway, just let this pit boss do its thing. All right, guys, we are here at the pit boss. These Boston butts have been on here about 6.5 hours. The internal temperature of those butts are running about 165 degrees right now. And man, don't they look just superb. They are cooking great. What we're going to do now is we're just going to take them off, wrap them in tinfoil, put them back in here, and let them finish cooking. Probably take them another 2.5 hours to get to that 195 that we're looking for. But right now, just take a look. So that thing is just looking fantastic. Now this is the one from Killer Hogs. This one is Killer Hogs Rub, and that is just golden brown, just that great mahogany looking color. And this one right here is Bad Byron's butt rub, and it looks just as good, just as appetizing. But it's, I mean, they are both looking really good, smelling great. Pit boss has been performing well today, like always. But what we're going to do is just going to take them and get these wrapped up, and then put back on the pit boss. But all right, guys, it has been a full 8 hours on the pit boss, and so we've reached our temperature of 199, and so we're going to go ahead and take these off. keep them wrapped up. We're going to take them inside. We're going to stick them in a cooler in the house. Let them rest for about 30 minutes. And then we will pull those bones out and start pulling this meat apart and tasting it. Hopefully we'll be able to get Sandy on camera today to taste this barbecue along with us and let her choose which one she likes the best. All right, guys, so we've had these sitting in the cooler for about 30 to 40 minutes. So I can't remember the exact time, but we're gonna go ahead and unwrap these. The first one I'm gonna unwrap is Bad Byron's Butt Rub. And so we're just gonna open this one up. And man, doesn't it just look beautiful? Now, it is looking really, really good. The second one we're gonna unwrap is Killer Hogs Real Barbecue Rub. And then that one, oh, that bone just came right out. Just as clean as it could be. Oh man, and it smells so good. Oh, it is smelling really, really good. And so this one right on this, there it goes. Just as clean as it could be. Look at that. Man, that just looks, they both look just fantastic. Goodness gracious, and just peeling apart, falling apart. Look at that. Man, I just can't stand it any longer. I gotta at least taste it. Like I said, we did not inject these butts with anything. We wanted to get the true taste of the meat and the rub to see which one we like the best. And so, like I said before, that was Bad Byron's has been my favorite go-to rub. It resembles, out of all the commercial rubs that I've ever tasted, that resembled my dad's the closest. And man, I'm telling you, that is really, really good. God, I gotta have another piece. That is just unbelievable. Let's try this Killer Hogs. I've never tried it before, never had it. But man, we gotta really try this and see what it tastes like. Still warm, hot. That is really good. I'm really impressed with that Killer Hogs. It did do a little better bark on it than the Bad Byron's did. Had a little better mahogany color to it. I mean, you can't go wrong with either one of these rubs. They are really phenomenal. They both taste great. They both look great. Got a great bark on both these butts. I mean, I know they do. They're very similar, but yet these things are just great. They're so different, but yet they're so much alike. It's hard to say which one I would choose. Man, I mean, I don't like to cook for competition or anything, but I just like to cook for fun. But I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go ahead and get these pulled apart, put them, separate them. We'll get Miss Sandy in a minute to test these and tell us which one she likes the best. All right, guys, we got it pulled apart. Everything is looking great. We have Bad Byron's butt rub right here. That's gonna be number, well, I can't say it out loud. And then it'll be that number. And then this one is Killer Hogs Real Barbecue Rub, and it's right here. My favorite right now. So that one, so Killer Hogs is, so my favorite is still this one right here, still that one. Although Killer Hogs did have a great mahogany color, the bark on it looked a lot better. It is a little bit sweeter, but Bad Byron's is, you can't beat the flavor. It has a great taste on the front end, a slight bite on the back end, which I really, really like on my barbecue. It isn't quite as sweet as Killer Hogs, man, but I'm telling you right now, you can't go wrong with either one of these that you choose. But so far, Bad Byron's is my choice. So anyway, we got number 1 and number 2 right here for Miss Sandy to taste. And so give me just a minute and we'll get her set up and let her tell us let her tell us which one is her favorite, okay? So just sit tight. All right, Miss Sandy, you ready to taste?
Sure.
All right, so this is number 1 and number 2. So I want you to taste it and tell us which one you like the best. Go ahead and get a piece of that bark off there if you want to.
You don't have to film me chewing. I don't taste a difference.
You don't taste a difference? Come on. Try this piece of bark right there.
I didn't like that one's aftertaste.
You don't like that one's?
I don't think so. Let me try. I'm really hungry too. It was a really big bite.
Which one you like best?
That one if you get the bark.
So she likes number 1. So number 1 is the same one I like, which is Bad Byron's
It's okay.
butt rub. So that seems to win out. When Sandy's first initial taste, she was kind of leaning towards Killer Hogs. She went back and got a big piece of the bark on both of them. She really liked Bad Byron's butt rub. That was the one that kind of won over for her after she got a real good bite of that bark. But anyway, that's where we are. And so thanks so much for joining in. If you haven't already hit the subscribe button, we wish you'd go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Go ahead and like, and then go ahead and hit that little bell so that you'll know every time we post a new video. But anyway, thanks again for watching. We cooked Boston butts on the Pit Boss today. So the Pit Boss was the Butt Boss, and we did Bad Byron's versus Killer Hogs butt rub. That was our challenge for today, and so Bad Byron's won out. But anyway, you cannot go wrong with either rub that you choose. Bad Byron's did have a little bit of a harder bite at the end, which is what I really like. And then Killer Hogs had just a little bit of a sweeter taste. As far as appearance, I will say Killer Hogs did win out with that mahogany looking color, and the bark seemed to be a little bit better on it for some reason. But either way, we thank you again for watching, and we really appreciate every single one of you. It makes our day when you watch our videos, because we appreciate you, and you are the reason that we do this. So thanks again, and don't forget to subscribe to No Coffee Needed. Just a little follow-up. So we didn't put any barbecue sauce on our Boston butt a while ago. We tasted strictly just the pork and wanted to get the flavor of that rub. But we do make our own barbecue sauce. That is something that we do, and people absolutely go nuts over it. We have people pouring it in glasses and drinking it straight. I mean, we just have people asking for it all the time. But we don't make a whole lot of it. When we do, we do like to share with friends and family. But anyway, so that's our barbecue sauce. When we eat it, we'll probably sprinkle a little bit of barbecue sauce on there. But with both of these rubs, you really don't need any sauce whatsoever. That meat is just fantastic. But anyway, we're out this time for sure. Thanks for watching. No Coffee Needed.